Hi VC, Happy New Year. My first video of 2015, looking back over 2014 and what I consider to be the 10 greatest new releases on vinyl over the past year. I've also got a couple of, actually, how many have we got? We've got three sort of reissues, stroke comps that have come out in 2014 that I'd like to also add to my list. So what we're currently listening to, of course, is the Blu-ray of The Endless River by Floyd. Absolutely phenomenal. Couldn't wait for that to come out this year, and it didn't disappoint at all. This track is It's What We Do, and it's very reminiscent of Wish You Were Here. Absolutely fabulous. So let's turn it down a touch, and let's get on with it. So, only recently coming out, but made my top 10 vinyls for top 10 vinyl for 2014 is the fabulous new Bryan Ferry Avonmore. This is a real return to form, and he did that dreadful album earlier in the year, or maybe it was 2013, which was a real croony sort of thing, a bit like Rod Stewart did, really awful. Not my cup of tea at all, but this is just fantastic. Great artists on this. Johnny Marr co-wrote one of the tracks and appears on practically every track, playing guitar, of course. He does a version of Send in the Clowns by Judy Collins here, and it's okay. It's not great, but you know, I'm forgiven for that. But a great return to form. You know, the guy's touched 70 now, and if he's bringing out music like that, just phenomenal. So I'm just getting a slurp of coffee, an espresso. Lovely. Got to do something for the hangover this morning. Next up is Tim Bowness, Abandoned Dancehall Dreams. Tim plays with Stephen Wilson in No Man. Seen him live, absolutely fabulous. Saw him live with No Man with Stephen Wilson, and it was phenomenal. This is a great release, sort of slipped out very quietly. You can now pick it up very cheaply, which is a real shame. But nice custom label, and it's a great record, and I highly recommend it to anybody out there. And it comes with a CD, which is always nice to have, and a little CD booklet, which is strange because you don't get a booklet with the album, so you have to use the CD one. But hey, you know, it's a free CD in there, and I think you can pick that for 10 quid on Burning Shed, so well worth having. I'll leave that one for my last, because that's my favourite album of the year. Right, the next one is Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Hypnotic Eye. This is the double album, three-sided release. It's just phenomenal. I think this must be an import because the cardboard sleeve is very high grade. I'll just take out one of the albums, but it's on the lovely Reprise label, and I reckon that's 200 gram vinyl at least. It's just such a good album. I played it practically the whole of the summer, and it's just a fantastic Tom Petty, you know, rocking out like he should. Stiff getting that in there. You get a nice little insert. Don't think there's anything inside there but lyrics. Yeah, it's just a lyric sheet, so nice to have. And then the second album has a Hypnotic Eye on it. I'm not a fan of these etched albums at all, but I'm not complaining. It's such a good album. I could have got the single vinyl version. Next up, I only just got this for Christmas from my wife. It's IQ's new one, The Road of Bones. It's a triple album, and it's a phenomenal release. It's got sort of fold out triple fold. Sorry, I always get this wrong. Triple fold, and there's no download card with this, which is a bit of a shame, so I can listen to it on Spotify. It's got these really great Giant Electric P retro labels. They look like old 78 labels, and then you've got a custom label on the back. Really great album. Comes with nice poly-lined inners as well. I think this is about 30 UK pounds, but well worth it because it's a triple album, and it's really, really a great album. And you get a nice poster in there as well, which I'm not big on posters, but you know, it's nice to get it nonetheless. And yeah, a great release. I need to spin it a few more times, but really enjoying what I've heard so far, and we'll keep on hearing. Another fantastic budget album, actually. I think this is about 15. You can pick this up for 15 quid. It's once again, it's a triple album, and it's Marillion, A Sunday Night Above the Rain, and it's really the last album, Sounds That Can't Be Made, live, with some other great tracks on here. So it's got Gaza, Waiting to Happen, so they're off the new album. Lucky Man, This Strange Engine, Pour My Love, Neverland, Invisible Ink, Montreal, Power, Sounds That Can't Be Made, The King of Sunset Town, Sky Above the Rain, and Garden Party. And it's really a great triple album. Each label on each side is a different colour. One of these was slightly warped, but not too bad. But very pleased with it. I mean, it's a great release, and I think it comes with a booklet as well somewhere. No, it doesn't come with a booklet. But a fantastic release on. I thought it was Madfish, but it's not Madfish. It is. I don't know what it is. Can't see from that. Ear Music. But great release. 3 180-gram discs in there. Great quality, fantastic quality you expect from the mighty Marillion, who really improve all the time. Next up for me, saw this band at Glastonbury. Saw them at Glastonbury Abbey again, same year, where they were headlining, and I thought it would be the same gig, and it was just a knockout gig. It was so different from the set they played at Glastonbury. What can I say? Robert Plant, Lullaby, and The Ceaseless Roar. Couldn't wait for this release. This is on absolutely great, thick cardstock. I think it's probably the US issue, this one, to be fair, because in the UK we tend to use flimsy sleeves. Double album. And I think, I'm not sure if this is... Oh, it is etched. It's got a horrible etching on side 4. I really don't like it. It doesn't even feel like etching. It feels like it's just sort of stuck on. But tatty sort of like vinyl in the middle as well. You see that? But the rest of the album's got these great labels on. But I'm not a big fan, as I said, of the etched third side. You know, stick some extras on there. Just don't waste the side with a stupid etching, which adds no value at all, in my humble opinion. But still love this album. Doesn't detract from the fact it's a very quality album. And you get full copy on CD, which, you know, is just stunning. More and more bands are doing that. That wasn't cheap, that one, mind you. Next up for me, and I haven't really been listening to this band a lot for many years. Watching posts in the VC, I've gone back and I've replayed a lot of the latter CDs and actually quite enjoy them. But it's a band where I tend to go out and buy the CD of any release they make, and then I rip it and stick it on the shelf. So I've gone back over the last few releases and I'm really enjoying them. And saw this on the VC and all the comments about the cover. I think I made a stupid comment about the cover because I didn't realise it was one of the band with his son. So I felt a bit crap about that. Wish I hadn't made the comment, but I did, and I have no problem with it at all now. You know, I'd do that picture with my son if I had an album out and I wanted to convey some sort of feeling or message. Why not? So it is, you know, U2, fantastic Songs of Innocence, Great sleeve, actually. You get inners with lyrics and a great sort of story about the album. It's basically looking back over the past. Quite strange, you know. There's Bono with his accident recently on his bike, and you know, he's got a very reflective album here. Great picture in the middle there, reminiscent of sort of Joshua Tree. And of course, as you've all seen on the VC, but I'm going to show it anyway, in glorious, glorious virgin white vinyl. Very minimalist labels, which I really like. I love that sort of tight font on the label. Really good. So very pleased to have that. Very pleased that I got it. Very pleased that I play it. It's just a great album. I'm almost too familiar with it now, which is a bit of a shame, because, you know, if you get too familiar with an album, I tend not to spin it for a while. So I'll probably have to, you know, stick it back in the rack and then get it out again in a few months' time. But I'm going to make a point of spinning all these today, my first day of 2015, while the family relax and do nothing, as we normally do on a New Year's Day. It's very bleak in the UK, cold and a bit windy. So once they've done the daily chores, we'll probably just crash in front of the TV and I'll sit here and spin my vinyl. So this would be number 8. Or should I say number 3, because I'm working back up to the best. And here it is. Didn't make the top for me, but fantastic. Pink Floyd, Endless River. You can hear it playing now. Beautiful wax-coated sleeve. I love the way the boat's going out to sea on clouds, look, and then the boat's empty. Basically, goodbye to Rick Wright. Just a very sad thing to happen to such a great guy, and really, you know, a founder of Floyd. The early albums, all the way up to Wish You Were Here, very keyboard led, wonderful harmony vocals with David Gilmour. Always, it's always the two of them, really. I mean, Roger Waters' vocals are probably the ones I'm least comfortable with. But look at that picture. That's on Gilmour's boat, recording and just jamming, which is basically what this album is. It's just a big jam. But it's great. You can't knock it. Well, I suppose you can knock it, but I'm not knocking it. It's great. Look at that lovely quality booklet. I'll just pick a couple of great pictures. Let's see. There's a really nice picture in here of Rick, just sort of chatting and chilling. And there you go. Look at this. It's just something to pore over. Look at that. 3 great friends, you know, working together, jamming, enjoying making the Division Bell, and then this sort of is the spin-off of that. And it was a great release. I mean, what a fantastic swan song to Floyd, really. You know, Waters, get over it, basically. You could have been on this, and it might have been the better for it, but, you know, you just couldn't let yourself be friendly with Rick, so there you go. Just show you one of these. Got really nice custom labels. Lots of space on that, though, which actually makes for a great quality sound. But it's just a great album, and it's a very sad album for me. It's the end of an era. Floyd finishing, and you know, I just love Floyd. Always have done. Part of my upbringing. You know, getting Dark Side of the Moon first, then Wish You Were Here, then Animals, and just, my brother had Metal. That's what first got me into them, and then what was a card in there for the download? That's what first got me into them. Loved Metal. We played it to death as kids, and then of course Dark Side came along, and then Wish You Were Here, which is the album for me. And Animals, which I remember rushing out to buy Animals, rushing back, very excited, and put it on and didn't take it off for about a month. It was just stunning at the time, just completely where they should have been at the time, you know, working their way up to that. And then, you know, Animals a bit darker, still love that album. And then, of course, the final cut, which was crap. A couple of good songs on it, but it's basically, you know, the obsession with Waters' obsession with war and his father, which is, you know, obviously following on from The Wall. The Wall's great, but if you'd made it a single album, got rid of all the operatic crap in there, it would have been a superb album. But, you know, too much Waters for me. Anyway, enough of that. So, number 2 slot. What can I say? The best Opeth album ever to be released. It's just stunning, this. I'm just trying to see what label it's on. So it's Pale Communion is the name of the album, but it's Roadrunner. But look at that sleeve, it's just beautiful. And I was spinning this yesterday and vibing with a couple of guys on YouTube, on the vinyl community, and just saying what a great album this is. Side 3 on this is stunning. There's a track called Goblin, and the guitar work on it is just beautiful. But I really like everything about this album. The labels, the quality vinyl, the packaging. The only problem is the inner sleeve is almost impossible to read. Then just fantastic. Go get it. If you haven't got this, go and buy it. Goblin, first track of 2 tracks on side 3, is just stunning. If there was ever a perfect album, that's pretty damn near for me. Modern day prog rock, slightly gothic, great guitar, fantastic songwriting, great vocals, superb band, great packaging. It comes with a really nice Blu-ray as well, which has the album totally uncompressed, really good quality mix of the album. And it's just, well, what can I say? It's just a masterwork. It's going to be hard for them to beat that. Heritage was pretty good, but it wasn't great. That album is great. And here we go, my top slot. How did this get into my top slot? Well, anybody watching my posts on the VC will know how much I love Van de Graaff Generator. And I just love everything Peter Hammill does. And guy who's come back from a heart attack a couple of years ago. He's just gone from strength to strength. The band is fantastic still. Guy Evans, and just stunning band. And for me, Pawn Hearts is probably the best album in the world ever. Even though my top 10 albums of all time, it wasn't my top. That was close to the edge. So I do go from one to the other. But Pawn Hearts, I've got 3 copies of it. My brother's going to give me his pink label Charisma version of that, and I absolutely love it. I mean, it's just, I don't think you can beat it. Anyway, so Peter Hammill got together with Gary Lucas, and Gary Lucas just makes loads of weird noises over, electronic noises over Peter Hamill's vocals and keyboard and guitar playing on this wonderful album, Otherworld. Not sure when it came out. I saw it when it came out. I don't know why I didn't buy it. I think it was just too pricey and I just didn't have the cash at the time. And I saw it the other day for £10 in Rise Records in Bristol. Bought it home and thought, wow, what have I missed here? And never ceases to amaze me, Peter Hammill. How he just keeps coming back with great stuff. Just pretty freeform, this. But beautiful, beautiful label, beautiful, beautiful album. It's just, that will not come off my phone or my decks for some time, but I highly recommend this. If you like Peter Hammill, of course. Just a fantastic album, and just can't believe it took me until a couple of days ago to have this in my collection. But that's the exciting thing about music, isn't it? You don't have to rush out and buy it as soon as it comes out, and then you can just pick it up later on, and it's still fantastic. So This is on Cherry Red Records. That is my top for this year. Anyway, let's see what 2015 brings us. Hopefully some more exciting music, I'm sure it will. More re-releases by Led Zeppelin, which I've bought them all so far. Absolutely love them. No doubt we'll see some more things. Well, we've got the new Stephen Wilson to look out for. And if that doesn't become my 2015 album of the year, that would be shocking, because it's bound to. I mean, I just love Stephen Wilson. I'm going to go and see him live next year when he comes to the UK. And just love the fact that he's still turning out great progressive music still. And a great band, a very exciting band with him at the moment that he's found, you know, a great deal of synergy with, and you can tell it in the music when you see them live. So recommend going out and seeing them if they come to your neck of the woods. So until then, Happy New Year to everybody, and see you during 2015 on the Vinyl Community on YouTube, on Facebook, and also popping up now and again with some finds and things on this YouTube. See you later.